Hi everyone, I'm Moolman, your garden guy. It's day 2 of our gardening challenge in the coronavirus lockdown. And today I'm going to be showing you how to build a propagation station. Now, a propagation station is the core of every garden in my mind. It's a little place you dedicate in your garden for your garden. In other words, it's a space you're going to be storing your tools and where you're going to be doing your propagation and working on different things you use in the garden. I'm going to give you some tips, some hints, and just take you along with me throughout the day as I build mine. I hope you enjoy it. Stick around, maybe invite a friend to check it out, and thank you for your time. Have a good one. So this is going to work perfectly for what I have in mind. I'm going to be putting it on just like a little row of shelves I've got going here. So as you can see, I've got these 2 little shelves lying around. Thought I'd bring them up here and see what it looks like. And from what I can see right now, I mean, if you look at that, that's going to do just the charm. I think this is going to be absolutely perfect for what I'm trying to go for here. So obviously you can use whatever you've got lying around at home. I was lucky enough to have these 2 shelves that fit in perfectly, but thanks to our evil friend old Corona, we all stuck at home. So see what you got lying around, make it work. I've been lucky enough for it to fit out just fine. The problem I'm having is typically with a potting shed, or one of the reasons we're building this thing is so we have space to hang all our tools and all our equipment we're going to be using while we're potting up our plants and propagating, etc, etc. And so this is shelving, that's fine, that's going to work well, but I need somewhere where I can basically hammer something into so I can hang my tools up, and this is going to do just the charm for that. There we go, so let's have a look if everything works out. That I want over there, and this little dude coming over here. See. There we go. Very nice, perfect little backdrop. Gonna do the job well. So one of the other functions we're going to be using our potting bench for is propagation, and that involves taking cuttings and cutting and manipulating small pieces of plant, and obviously along with that comes little bits and pieces we need to throw away. And the idea of this is to have everything in one place to make it easier to garden, and so it's time for us to put our little dustbin into our potting bench. As you can see, it's coming along quite nicely by now. Time's flying by, so I'm going to jump right in and try and get this okay to fit in perfectly here. And slowly we're just going to carefully mark right around with a piece of chalk. Get right, whoops. Oh, that doesn't help. Get right in there. Carefully mark right around. That's it. Now we're going to hit it with a drill. I'm going to start over here somewhere. Just get these bad boys on. There we go. Boom! That's it. Done and dusted. See if he fits. Close enough. Make sure he seats nicely. Done and dusted. There we go, just putting the last tools away. As you can see, it came out pretty nicely, I think. My propagation station, as I like to call it. Just get the last ones out the way. And there's still a few things lying under here. Anyway, that's the gist of it. My propagation station. Now, why would you want one of these in your garden? Well, really, it's, to me, the core essence of making gardening fun. This just makes gardening so much easier. You've got a comfortable space you can sit in and work when you're making your cuttings or propagating. You know where everything is. It helps you just organize your tools and look after them so much easier. I mean, you know exactly where every single thing is. When it breaks, if one's missing, you can see that and look after them. And it kind of forces you to clean them before you put them away, because look how nice it looks, and you want to be proud of this little space, you know. So in my mind, it's really fundamental to making gardening fun. You know, so many people on a weekend see gardening as a chore, and it really isn't. I mean, how amazing to be able to go play in the dirt, outside in the sun. And if you have something like this in place and you keep it clean and maintained, I'm telling you, gardening is the most fun you could ever have. So I want to give you guys some tips if you want to build a propagation station, as I call it, over the next few days with this corona lockdown. I mean, that's kind of the goal with this whole little thing we're doing here. So yeah, please go out and try it. Go build your propagation station tomorrow. I'll give you some tips every day. Follow me, and yeah, we'll build your garden up together. Just excuse me, it's been a long day. Yeah, so what I was saying, I want to give you some tips on building your own propagation station. Firstly, I'd say do it in a shady spot. You don't want too much sun, just because you're going to get hot in the sun, sitting in the sun all day making cuttings. And also your cuttings aren't going to do too well, or any form of propagation really, if it's in full sun for too long. So try and avoid full sun, have it under a roof so that your plants or your materials don't drain wet when it's raining. Try and keep it mobile. A lot of people like to keep it mobile, especially if they're renting, and it's typically quite a bit smaller than what I've got going here, but whatever works for you, you know, use it. Some other tips are doing the dustbin. You want a dustbin. Also, what I haven't really had time for today is to do a basin of sorts, or maybe a watering can underneath, or even a tap, or just a hose pipe with a nozzle works well as well. You just want to have some water around when you're doing planting and propagation, that kind of thing. And yeah, keep your tools well organized, keep them, look after them, make a point of it, you know, that definitely helps as well. And yes, enjoy it, man. Go out there and enjoy it. This just takes the bloody stress out of gardening. You know, it makes it so much more fun. You don't have to look for things and, oh crap, no, let's first go to the nursery. Now we got to go buy some stock as seeds and come home and plant them in the driveway. I mean, I've seen so many times people sitting on their haunches in their driveways, or then you maneuver it to the crossed legs and then this and that. And it's such a schlep. No wonder people don't like it. I mean, honestly, do a few basics right, and it becomes the most amazing hobby. And I'm telling you, you will get addicted so quick. It's the most fun. The whole family can do it. I promise you, give it a try over these 21 days. I mean, your ass is going to get sore eventually. You can only sit on that couch for so long. So please come out, enjoy it, follow my videos, go ahead and build your potting shed tomorrow, even if it's just something basic, you know. But move away from just leaving a pile of compost in the garage and sticking the shovel in the corner and yeah, okay, no, that's not my gardening vibe, you know. Enjoy it, make a point of it. Look how beautiful this is. I mean, it's something to be proud of, man. Go out there and build your little propagation station and show the wife and the people, or the hubby and the kids, or whatever, that you're into this and you enjoy it, and make a point of it, and I promise you, you will reap the rewards. There's food gardening. I mean, there's so many different topics. We could go all day. I'm not even going to start. So, cheers, guys. Grab a beer, relax a bit, get out there and go get in the garden. I'm Moolman, your garden guy. Thank you for your time again, and hope you have a lovely day. Cheers.